Hello everybody, my name is Voyadex, welcome back to another product review video. However, this is an exclusive product review video if you guys have seen from the thumbnail and the title, because just behind me is Paris Orly Airport, which hasn't been released yet. Paris Orly Airport is in the southern part of Paris. I know a lot of people will be thinking about Paris Charles Airport, which is in the northern part of Paris, which will be shown in the image on the screen here, where Paris Charles is in the northern side and then Paris Orly is in the southern side of Paris. Massive shout out to the owner of AeroSys and also their team for allowing me to product review their airport before upon releasing this airport to you wonderful people watching. At this moment in time, I can't give any information on pricing of the airport or when it will be released, so once I know, I will leave a little message in the description where you guys can also find AeroSys social links. So make sure to check these guys out because they are really cool people and their products are absolutely outstanding. I use their products in my own airline as well, so I do highly recommend them. So if anyone remembers, I did do a review in the past with AeroSys, you guys can watch that video at the end of this video. So however, moving onwards with the review, if you guys get familiar with these videos, I do a featuring list and give it a good look around and then give my final review. However, since the airport hasn't been released yet, I can't give out a listed features to you guys. So during this review, we'll be spotting around the airport what will be added to the feature list, and of course I'll just be talking about the airport and then give my final review. So let's get on with the video. So starting off the video, we are going to talk about Terminal 4 and then moving on to Terminal 3. Now I want to point out that in the Robots Aviation, I've never really seen like an airline use two different terminals for an airport. So for AeroSys to add this in, this is actually going to be a really good shout out and a really good point to point out that the airlines would have the option to either depart from one side of the airport or the other side of the airport. It's actually really cool to see, so massive shout out to AeroSys for that. So anyway, starting off, if you guys actually search up the airport, Paris Orly Airport on Google Images or Google Maps, first thing you'll see is this beautiful artwork at the front of the airport, which is actually super cool and actually really there. So that's another point there for AeroSys to say that that's actually really realistic to see, and that's actually really cool for you guys to add like thumbnails for your own, like your own airports when you buy the airport yourselves. And of course we've got the train link here, which you guys have to add yourselves. I know a lot of people said with the Gdansk video, do you have to add the train link yourselves? Yes, you do. You will have to add this yourselves. AeroSys won't do that for you, so you have to buy your own train links to automatically have trains. But depending on the airline, you guys don't really have to really stress about that. So moving downwards to the airport, you see we've got like the lovely plants, we've got some benches, we've even got like the little trolley stalls here to say where you can store the trolleys. We've even got some ticket machines, so I'm assuming these are like the tickets for the drop off or pick up, or even just for the the transport, like the train link or the buses into Paris. And of course we've got the signs saying like departures and arrivals here. I will be in fly mode for the majority of this part of the video because the floor is missing. I'm a bit afraid that I will end up going through the map at some point during this video, but hopefully that won't happen. So we've got the beautiful sign here saying Orly 4 entrance, got some artwork again, and of course the airport logo here. But moving downwards, we do have a bus station, which is actually really cool with all the different stands. Of course, also hopefully the different numbers. I think it does say the different numbers, does it? Number 3, I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. So we've got all the stands here saying like what airport is it. It could be like a bus shuttle or buses into Paris, like I mentioned. But they have got some more details to add on here, so you can tell by the image here they are trying to add a little more detail to the airport just before releasing it. So anyway, moving onwards inside the airport. So moving on to the interior of Terminal 4. Yes, I know it looks like it's not ready or not finished. It's because they are still working on the airport, which I did mention at the start of the video. They are still working on the airport, so please expect things to be missing. So I'm just going to judge this like basically where things are going to be and stuff like that, and trying to mention a couple of things about Terminal 4 of Paris Orly Airport. So straight away we're going to start off from downwards all the way up to upwards and have a look around. So we've got some coffee, like a coffee shop here being built at the moment. We've got some check-in stuff. So the good thing about the airport, which I did notice on Robot Studio, they've already added like the little check-in banners or like the bag size checkers here. So if you guys own like any airlines, if you guys are thinking of purchasing Paris Orly Airport, there will be little assets for stuff like that there, like little check-in screens as well. They've got like saying like the logo and stuff like that, where it's coming, like where it's going and stuff like that, which would be really cool for your airlines. So we've got a bit of a flight information here. That's actually really cool. I've just noticed that the tail there. That's actually really cool. So they're doing a really good job at that. We've got a little Paris Orly Airport bag weighing there before you check in your bags. And then we've also got more airline help desk, which you guys can use your members of staff to sit at one of these desks and give out like flight information and airline information and stuff like that. So moving downwards here, we've still got some more check-in desks and stuff like that. I'm not sure where security is. We've got a Starbucks here, so they will add the furniture and stuff like that in for you guys. You guys just have to add your own like NPC shoppers in, which you guys will probably have to do. So I'm assuming security would probably be down here. I'm assuming. Up or up here. I don't know, I'm just going to guess at this point. So we've got some more shops being built here at the moment, like coffee shop and stuff like that. Moving downwards, so we've got a bit of a... that's a McDonald's actually, yeah, that's a McDonald's, so that's really cool. And of course we've got no entry and then some other little things just for like display purposes and add a bit of touch of realism and also add a bit of good high quality to the airport. And I just want to say the lights as well, actually the lights look really cool. I gotta say, like, these actually look really nice, I'm not gonna lie. I'm assuming from this sign there is going to be a security checkpoint, so I'm assuming if I go down here with all these little ropes and stuff like that and going down here, I'm assuming this is security. I don't really know. What does this say? This still says gates. What does this say? I can't really read it because it's oh, fast track. So I'm assuming this is fast track security there, and then if we go down here, it's security. Ah, there we go. So we've got security, so we've got like the X-ray machines, we've got the scanners. So moving on downwards past security, we all know what's going to happen next is duty free. And so we've got more signs here telling me where to go. The lounge is to the left, down to the gates is here. So we're going to go down here towards the gates, and then down here again, blah 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 blah. And of course walking downwards, and here we are, we've got the duty free. Sort of being built at the moment. It's not completed yet, but I'm assuming this is where the duty free will be. We've got some good shops here. The one thing about AeroSys is that I've noticed that they always add a lot of detail to the airports, like little assets, like things like this, like bags and clothes and like jewellery, like duty free stuff as well, like I've also noticed, which is actually a massive shout out to them because not many techwear companies do add these little assets in for you guys, so sometimes you have to go and buy like the packs and stuff off Packables or from other techwear companies. So here is the lounge, which is still in development at the moment. You actually got a good view here, to be honest with you, and I can tell it's the lounge because of all the little snacks and of course these little comfy cushions that are just floating in midair, and of course you got like the fancy bottles and stuff like that there. So this would be the lounge with the air still working, which is actually really cool. And also it's also tucked away and also says like the Salon ICEAIR lounge, which is actually really cool to see. So moving onwards over here, I'm assuming it's more shops and stuff like that. We've got like snacks, drinks, we've got the M&M's guy here. Not really sure what this is. I'm assuming it's like something fancy which you guys probably buy at duty free. I don't really buy anything at duty free. I just want to point that out. Like I know I've been like on some flights in the past. I don't really buy anything from duty free. I'm not that sort of person. I just literally skip that through and go straight to like the nearest restaurant or my favourite restaurant when I fly out, depending on the airports. So we've got a restaurant here, which would be really cool to see. Really cool to see. And of course we've got some more shops here to. Which they'll still need adding at the moment, and of course we've got more display like plans and stuff. We've got like the display screens, like the airline where they're going and stuff like that. Times you guys can add that yourselves once you purchase the airport, or you want to keep it there just to add a bit of touch of realism, or display purposes only. So moving on, this is where the gates, I'm assuming this will be, because that's where the jetway is, and of course all the aircrafts are here. We've got a good view of all the Boeing 737-800s. I got really confused then on what it was. So moving downwards, they've got some nice seating to add here. They've got the gates and stuff like that, the jetways. They've got another coffee shop, which actually was really cool to see. And of course, we've got some more shops that I'll probably add along here. I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be. I'm assuming this is supposed to be like the little duty-free thing or something display. I'm going to have to go and Google images or maps or wait until the airport's actually released to see what this actually really is. Because if it's actually in the airport and they're actually adding some good touch of realism, I've got to say, this airport would be highly recommended to purchase straight away. So moving on downwards, I'm assuming it's just going to be more gates, which I can see right here. There's going to be more gates and then hopefully more shops and restaurants just along here, or just maybe some toilets or a bit of advertising banners for different airlines. So I got to say, like Terminal 4, they are doing a really good job on it at the moment. There is a lot of work to do. So I gotta say, like, I can't wait for this to be finally finished on Terminal 4. I got to say, I can't wait. So anyway, that is Terminal 4. I gotta say, hope they do a lot of work. They got a lot of work to do, and it actually looks really great so far. So anyway, what we're going to do is going to move over to Terminal 3. So moving on to Paris Orly Terminal 3. Thankfully, I don't need to fly around because I have checked if the ground basically makes a character go fly through it, or if not. But anyway, thankfully the ground, I can just walk around the airport. So straight away, not really much detail compared to Terminal 4. We've got like a few cars and stuff like that. But I'm not going to complain too much because they have added a lot on Terminal 4 compared to Terminal 3, because a lot of people were mainly trying to go in and check in. So straight away we've got the departure boards here telling us what gate or like what check-in desk to use on check-ins. We've even got a map of the airport which helps us around. And I do like this thing here which says Paris. It actually looks really cool. see that. So we've got straight away to the left, we've got all like the gates here telling us where to go, security down there. Got some check-in desks, which you guys can change fully. Some self check-in things here, which is for display only, not for use only. You guys can script it yourselves if you guys want that. If you guys want to use these, of course, but these are display only. We've got some more check-in desks. Got Paris. That's actually really cool, that logo. It's even unions as well, which actually looks really nice. And of course we've got more check-in stuff here, which actually looks really cool. I like the lighting of the airport as well, like, you know, with the floor, it actually looks really cool. With the the reflection of it, actually looks really nice, I'm not gonna lie. So anyway, moving onwards onto the airport, we've got the security. So straight away it tells us like the information of like what not to bring through security and stuff like that, what, you know, plastic bag and stuff like that. So going through security, so we're just gonna skip the line here. So I've got like the security beepers, the X-ray machines. I'm not sure where that goes, to be honest. I've not really had a look. So we're going flight mode here. I don't really think it goes anywhere. I think it's just a display thing, that, to be honest, unless it's a little lounge access, like a quick lounge access to skip this horrible experience of duty free. But so going through duty free, which I did mention in Terminal 4, they do add these little assets. And can I click on these? Ooh, I can. So I'm assuming once the airport's released, I can actually use the click option to click on to the perfumes and stuff like that. That's actually really cool to see. The lighting of duty free actually looks really nice as well. I gotta say, they're actually doing a really good job of this so far. And who's parked their car here? Come on, guys. The car park's outside, not inside the inside the airport. I know it's supposed to be a little French sort of thing, but you know, don't park your cars in the airport. And we've got some like little pottery and stuff like that. I actually like this. Actually looks really cool as part of the airport. Actually looks really nice. Got some shimmering chocolate. Yeah, we've got some chocolate. Typical duty free. That, see some chocolate. And then moving on to the little centre, we've got some shops and stuff like that. Like here, like again, guys, I want to point out that AeroSys do go the extra mile to add little things into like shops and restaurants and stuff like that. They actually do it, which is actually really cool. We've got a little bit of an advertising banner here. I thought it was a map, to be honest. We've got this thing, which looks really nice, not gonna lie. We've got some more shops here, which is actually really cool, so you can buy like snacks and stuff. So again, guys, you will have to add your own NPCs, and of course add your own tools for it to work, for passengers to get those tools. We've got a bit of a deodorant, perfume, toilets. Yeah, this is the toilets now, guys. So moving onwards. So the gates here, when I was trying to look around the airport just before I started recording, I can't go through here because it's not an automatic door. You're gonna have to go through the little passport points before going through here. But depending on the airline, you guys can even just delete it or just add your own automatic door. It's entirely up to you what you guys want to do. No judging here. So we've got passport control, but we're just going to go straight through because the airport's still in development and I don't need a passport to go through. And of course we've got another lounge, but they haven't added the lounge in. I have gone on Roblox Studio and flown around to have a look if they are working on the lounge, and they haven't, so I'm assuming it'd just be like a little teleport thing, and then of course you're going to have to use your own ticket scanner to get into the lounge. And they've added these little walkways, which actually was really nice. And I like the wall as well. The wall looks really cool, I gotta say. And of course, yeah, again, the logo, I can't express how much I like that logo. It's actually really nice. And here we go, we've got the coffee shop. If everyone remember from Terminal 4, we've got the Paul, the coffee shop. So we've got some items here which you guys against. Oh dear. Oh wow. Okay, I don't think that was meant to happen. Oh no, I'm gonna be stuck like this, aren't I? I'm just going to fly out of this situation. I'm gonna have to. AeroSys, if you're watching this, you're gonna have to fix that little thing there, unless airline owners can do it themselves, or developers of the airlines can have to do that. So again, the NPC will have to add that in yourselves. So moving around the airport, we've still got more seating, so we'll just go into fly mode here. So we've got some seats here, we've got some charging ports as well, which I've not really seen airports on Roblox to see as well. We've got some magazine stuff here. There's not really many magazines, but I'm assuming you guys can add that in yourselves, like a little clickable thing for passengers to do. And of course we've got little gates as well. The gates have actually got a lot of detail to it. You can see like they actually got really cool. The walkway up here, that's actually really nice. But I don't think that's supposed to be part of the final product, I don't think. And of course you got the jetway here, which you guys will have to replace with your own jetways because these don't come. Well, they do come with the airport, but they're only scenic ones. They're not really like the real ones, which you guys can remember from prop and stuff like that. These are only just for display purposes only. So you guys will have to add your own jetways in. So flying upwards again, we've got the more seating area, which you guys have got plenty of seating to choose from, so you guys don't have to miss your airport, your airlines and stuff like that. So there's actually a lot of good seating here. So we've got more gates. So I think it's only 3 gates here, to be honest, compared to to the Terminal 4 one, which only had 4. But they've got a really good lot of detail. The lights in the airport as well is actually really cool to see. It's actually really nice as well. So if I just go into time 19 and just do this, it does add a bit of feature to it. Like even with the night time, it does add a lot of good features to it. Like you can see like the lighting as well. It's actually got a good option for it. Even if I go outside, you can still see the lighting from the outside of the airport of Terminal. I know it's Terminal 1, that's Terminal 3, and of course Terminal 4 you still got a bit of light in there, but I don't think there's any like taxi lights and stuff like that, which you guys will have to add yourselves. But you can see the arrival lights as well here, which you guys can see. They've got that little detail as well. So that's everything I can probably mention about Terminal 3, to be honest. They're actually doing a really good job. I still think they're working on both terminals at the moment, because there isn't a lounge here at Terminal 3, so they're still working on the airport, which is actually really cool. So anyway, moving onwards, we're going to go outside, talk about the outside a little bit, and then I'll give my final review. And we are now outside of Paris Orly Airport. I hope I don't get in trouble for flying around in a restricted area or airspace, so hopefully I don't, because I'm just a penguin trying to do a review. So when I was looking around on Roblox Studio, or even just giving a little fly around before I started recording, and I think you guys have noticed as well that I've got like a lot of displayed aircrafts around the airport, which is actually really cool. Even got like a little Air France hangar here, so I'm assuming that's like maintenance or storage hangar for Air France. They've actually got a lot of range of Boeing's aircrafts and even Airbuses here. I think I noticed there was an Embraer somewhere as well, like an Embraer 190. I think it's like over here somewhere. I think it's Air Europa. It's around here somewhere. But I've noticed there's a lot of aircrafts, including got like the DC there from FedEx as well. We've got little hangars and stuff like that. I even got the fencing as well, you know, to stop people trying to get onto the airport grounds. And of course, got some houses, trees. Even got some, like a hillside too. If I just go on this this angle here, you can see there's a bit of a hillside here. So they've added a lot of good scenery to the airport, which is actually really cool to see. They even added the clouds in as well above me, which you guys can see. Like if you're doing like your flights and stuff like that, you can go above the clouds, and that's when you're cruising. So it makes it less visible for passengers to see the airport, but down below. But they've added like a lot of good detail with this, you know, like the taxiways, like the gates here, like the little like marks and stuff like that, the tyre marks. They've got like the little ground crew equipment, which isn't movable, by the way. It isn't real. It's just a mesh. So we're gonna just go straight through it, or just stand on top of it, so you can see that an American truck isn't in France. But you can see like all like the ground crew stuff and equipment, you know, a bit of a realism to the airport, which you guys can see. It's really cool to see. And they've got a lot of detail to it. It actually looks really nice with all the ground crew equipment, like the different ones. They even got 2 runways. 3 runways. Am I seeing this correctly? Because there's a runway here, runway there, and a runway behind me here on the green one. So they've got like 3 runways that you guys can choose from. I'm assuming they don't use this runway anymore. I don't think they do, but if they do, that's actually really cool. So you guys got like a lot of options there for the runways where you can land or depart on, which actually looks really nice to see. And of course over here we've got the air traffic control tower. I'm actually quite amazed with the scenery, because not many airports on the Roblox Aviation come with a good amount of scenery. Because I think it's only like AeroSys do come with a lot of scenery. There are some airport like other tower companies that do a lot of stuff like that, but I think AeroSys overall do the best when it comes to doing a lot of detail and also scenery with their airports. So with that on conclusion, I got to say that this airport, I'm actually really looking forward for the release on this airport. It actually looks really cool and realistic. I got to say, developers are doing a really good job on this. I know a lot of people are probably commenting that they see like a lot of materials and like a little stuff like duty-free packs over there, because they are still working on the airport. And like I said, I can't wait until the airport is actually up and released. So for the information with the airport, I will leave like a little message down below. So once I know like the release date or like the pricing of the airport, I will leave that in the message down in the description down below, which you guys can check that out. Which you can also find all my social links, including AeroSys. So I do highly recommend that. So once again, I want to say thank you to AeroSys and the owner for allowing me to do a little exclusive review on their Paris Orly Airport. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.